Oh boys, it's really heating up here. We have King Theoden saying, "Nah man, that shit ain't real. That's not real Lord of the Rings. I wouldn't be in that." You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. It's been a bad week for the Rings of Power. Very bad week. We're going to get into all of that. Before we do, if you can hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Lord of the Rings actor Bernard Hill slams Rings of Power as a money-making venture, not interested in watching it. And he also said, I ain't interested in being in that because it's not real. It ain't real. When the content creators and just general consumers watched this show, this abysmal, disgraceful show, over the course of 8 episodes with nothing actually happening, and we voiced our opinion and said, you know what? I don't actually like that. I don't think that's good storytelling. It's definitely not cohesive or coherent in any way, shape, or form. We were called racist, far-right activists. Cool. It's nothing new to us. Now we have Bernard Hill, the actor best known for Lord of the Rings fans around the world as King Theoden, which he played unbelievably. And even when you think of his character and the transition and the growth of his character in The Two Towers, you think about, holy shit, how amazing was Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy compared to the absolute and utter green vomit that we got with the Rings of Power. In a recent interview with the Metro, Rings of Power aired its 8-episode first season on Amazon Prime this fall. When asked if he watched the show, he snapped back, "Nope, not interested." Love it. Absolutely love it. That's a money-making venture. I'm not interested in watching that or being in it, Hill said. Good luck to them and all that sort of shit, but it's not like the real thing. Oh my god, what an absolute and utter scalding he has given Amazon Prime's juggernaut of a show, the $1 billion for season 1 and season 2, and we were all gaslit by the media into believing that this was actually good when we knew it wasn't. After the first 2 episodes, viewership dropped off the charts. This story was covered over here on Bounding Into Comics, which is an absolutely amazing website. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power completely falls off the Nielsen charts just 2 weeks after the season finale. And that is completely and utterly understandable and logical, because if you actually watched the first episode, first of all, you would have been in shock. You would have been sitting back going, what? What is this? And then you were almost obliged to watch the second episode thinking that, okay, maybe this has to get better. That can't be Lord of the Rings, is it? That can't be $1 billion. And then you watch the second episode and then you were like, okay, I'd rather stick a hot needle into my armpit than ever watch it again. And that obviously was the case for all the fans of Lord of the Rings across the world who watched this total and utter garbage, watched 2 episodes and thought, nah, I'm out, man. I can't do that. So the Nielsen charts measure the audience score, who's viewing it, and we were told a lot about the first 2 episodes were some of the biggest numbers we've ever gotten on Amazon Prime. What about the 3rd episode? What about the 6th? What about the 8th? That abysmal last episode. Who watched that? Nobody watched it. Now we know that nobody watched it. And it's pretty much like everything that has happened over the last 2 years. Now, as time unravels, all of a sudden we're being told exactly the truth and we're told to forget about it. Actually, no, we never said that. No, you did. You said it was the biggest show. You said it was a success. And you said that we were racist for not liking it. And you know what? Is King Theoden racist? Is the majority of people that jumped out of this in the second episode racist? I don't think so. This article goes on to say, Hill will never know what's in the Rings of Power as he refuses to watch it. I love it. I love the fact that he's been honest. I love the fact that loads of people are going to be so triggered by what he said here. And are they going to aim the same titles and labels on him like they put on us? That's going to be super interesting. The showrunners of the series have mapped out 5-season plan for the Rings of Power. 5-season plan. Oh my God, can you imagine? What they don't say here is that they've mapped out a 5-season plan, which includes possibly rebooting it, firing the showrunners, because everybody knows that it's garbage now and they're thinking to themselves, how are we going to be able to gaslight and use propaganda as a shield for season 2? It's not going to work. People already bailed out on episode 2. How are we going to pull this off? Are we as powerful as we think we are? Is Jeff Bezos' money going to be enough to actually gaslight the world into thinking that this is a real show, when in fact it's clearly just fan fiction? Critics were largely favourable of Rings of Power. Really? There's some skewed numbers on that Rotten Tomato stuff, let me tell you straight. So Variety called this show sweeping and gusty. I don't know what gusty means. Maybe it's like an allegory for shit. I don't know. But it wasn't sweeping because we saw Elrond make a journey that would normally take 6 days on horseback. He made it in about 15 seconds without a hair being out of place. It was an embarrassing show. It was an absolutely abysmal attempt at retelling Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. And Bernard Hill, King Theoden himself, has called out this show for what it is. Absolute and utter garbage. I love to see it. It's so delicious. Do me a favor, maybe hit subscribe, like, and share. Thanks.